Been meaning to green text this for a while, just didn't know the right thread. Be me. 18. 1 month into French Foreign Legion training. Just finished Kepi Block March, Big March, so we've been needing a lot of rations. This is important later. Chilling at military base for the first time in a month because boot camp was on a little farm 30 minutes away. Second night after March, just relaxing. We're all hungry as fuck cause they starved us in boot. Literally lost 20 pounds dinner time. Regular food. Fish and chips as the main. Salad. Pudding. This fucking sauce. There was this orange mystery sauce at the end of the mess line, and being hungry soldiers allowed to take as much as we wanted, we put a shit ton on our plates. It came in a little plastic bucket and there wasn't a lot, so that should have been a sign. We sit down and start eating, wondering what the orange shit is. Ah shit.jpg. Fucking spicy. We're hungry as fuck, we don't care at first and keep on eating. Some guys have tears rolling down their faces but keep on going. Go up for water 4 times. Blow my nose 6 times. Nepali sergeants calling us retards. Brazilian and Nepali recruits laughing their asses off as the white guys are dying. Finish our filling but painful dinner. Next morning. Everyone feels like shit. Stomachs rumbling. Called into hallway for roll call. Everyone's clutching their stomachs and standing uncomfortably. Roll call finishes. Greater than mad dash for the bathroom. One of the first ones there. 60 guys and only 4 stalls. I was luckily able to shit out most of my rations the previous day. Others were so lucky. Greater than a cacophony of the thunder of the bowels of man fills the barracks. The smell is terrible. Rancid wee cold shit. But I can't focus on that. The 9th circle of hell has just moved to my asshole. My shit isn't that solid. Pretty liquidy. Spared far better than others. Wipe quickly and painfully GTFO. Wait in my room still shaking and sweating from pain. I can hear painful splatters coming from the bathroom. Be me, 21. Want to be Marine. Go to boot camp with 90 other idiots. Over time make good friends with rack neighbor. We both sleep on the top rack so we chat back and forth. He's short but pretty fit, extremely religious, from Pennsylvania. Grew up very sheltered from media, had never played video games. Let's call him Billy. One day during our short time before bed that we got to write letters and whatnot, we were talking about how funny it'd be if someone dabbed instead of putting their hand down during count-off. We all dismiss as a stupid idea and no one seems intent on doing it. Count-off begins and I can just sense it. Drill instructor approaching as I hear each recruit's count getting closer to ours. 58. Hand goes down. 59. Hand goes down. 60. Billy's dumbass pulls the quickest dab I've ever seen in my entire life and puts his arms back down to his side. I internally freak out but drill instructor doesn't react. I quickly yell 61. And try to keep bearing while everyone across the deck from me is smiling and trying not to laugh. Drill instructor freezes in place in front of me. Starts walking backwards and stops in front of Billy. Does a left face and screams, "Did you just fucking dab?" Billy just stands there with a straight face and says, "Yes sir." I'm barely keeping my shit together and the DI notices. "Oh, so it's fucking funny?" "No sir." "Oh, so we just wanna fuck around and laugh and have a good time, right?" Before this gets any longer I'll just say that we were his favorites for a little while, and Billy is still one of my best friends to this day. Be me. Afghaniland 2009. With my bro as rear guard on the Striker armored vehicle. Occasionally driver but today in my usual spot. Me and Battle Bro were constantly goofing off. LT doesn't like that we're not tapping each other or playing grab ass because he's a wet blanket. On convoy when we roll through a town where the kids pelt us with rocks. After the pelting the little shits demand candy and free stuff. Can't shoot the little fuckers because NBC would cut off our dicks and the army would serve them back to us on a silver plate. Battle Bro has an evil Grinch of an idea. We order slingshots. Go to PX and get the fat Tootsie Roll bag. Next hop we put the toffee in between 2 bags of ice. Rock hard by the time we roll through. Little bastards come out and begin the pelting. LT like the coward he is ducks down his hatch but makes us stay exposed to still pull security. Whip out slingshots. Start pelting kids with the candy. Whenever a kid sees we're giving them candy and tries to snatch it, we peg the kid with more candy. Giggling like sadistic retards the whole time. LT overcomes goes, "What are you 2 jackasses doing back there?" Without skipping a beat I reply back with winning their hearts and minds, sir. Be me. Be nuke, hey, neck. Be on board an aircraft carrier in the late 2000s-2010s. Morale is low across the board due to long yard period followed by workups that keep us out to sea 80% of the time. Morale is especially low for nukes, because nuke life sucks. 3 watch teams on 5 and dimes went out to sea, 3 section duty in port, leadership and more senior people just don't stand watch except for once a month quals. Regularly pull 30 or 40 hours awake due to watch, maintenance, training, quals, and shit like man overboards whenever you do get to sleep. Our captain recognizes the morale problem and decides what we need is plants. Fake potted plants materialize in every common area and office. Not just little ones either, but big fake palm trees, fake ferns, fake mangrove-looking things, fake ivy 20 feet long. Idea.jpg. We, RX department, begin to relocate the plants to a dunnage locker back aft where nobody ever goes. Most of us are E5 or E6 so nobody questions us if we walk in and just take the plant with confidence. With the Pro you can go anywhere you want. Out loud. Flawless victory, we soon have dozens of plants. Now we have all these fake plants, what do we do with them? We build a fake jungle. Guys start to get into it, arranging the plants, adding little touches like fake birds and stuffed monkeys. One guy even brought a fog machine and a soundboard with bird noises. Had a PlayStation and borrowed TV down there. Shit was very cash and as far as I know stayed a secret from the chiefs and officers for as long as I was in. Be me. The Batavia, shiny Indihament and new flagship of the Dutch Vuk. Maiden voyage OMW to Indonesia. Carrying gold, soldiers and settlers to help the company grow in the Indonesian archipelago. Skipper and some accomplices plotting mutiny to take the gold and establish their own kingdom with it. Don't even get the time to make it happen since the ship crashes and sinks off the coast of Australia. Everyone stuck on island with fuck all fresh water, let's call it Alpha, have to drink seal's blood for sustenance. Captain fixes lifeboat and sails for Batavia, the city, not the ship that just sunk, with some men to get help. Leaves skipper in charge of survivors. Yes, the same skipper plotting mutiny. Skipper sends soldiers off to a second island, Bravo, under the pretense of finding fresh water but really he's just sending them to a dry rock to fuck off and die. Soldiers fucked off, the skipper and accomplices take control. Women are raped, men and children are slaughtered, crimes against humanity don't even begin to describe it. Meanwhile at Island Bravo, soldiers are chillaxing cause they actually did find fresh water. Refugees arrive at Bravo, tell soldiers of the news, they all turtle up on the island. Months pass, war breaks out as Alpha's mutineers are after Bravo's fresh water and survivors. Mutineers can't do much against dug-in, professional soldiers as it turns out. Another attack being prepped on Bravo. Fucking captain returns with help. Race for the captain's ship. Soldiers reach it first, all mutineers hung. Got one. Be me, European country Navy sailor. Stationed off the coast of Venezuela. Minding my own business on the ship, just another day in the briny deep. Suddenly, comms light up, small fishing boat spotted within our perimeter. Was on the bridge during my break, everyone grabs binoculars. Holy shit, there's a dude on that boat clutching his chest, looks like he's playing poker with a heart attack. Commander gets on the horn, makes the call. We can't risk exposing our super secret squirrel position, let that poor fisherman meet Davy Jones. Crew.exe has stopped working. Did I just hear that right? Moral compass spinning faster than a sailor on shore leave. Fast forward to the moment we sail away, leaving the fishing boat and the dude with the ticking heart clock in our wake. Meanwhile, back on the ship, we're all haunted by the ghost of the fisherman's heart attack. PTSD from the moral dilemma, can't look a can of tuna in the eye anymore. Fast forward a few weeks, rumors spread like wildfire through the ship. Turns out the fishing boat was actually a secret Venezuelan spy vessel. Commander made the call to save the entire Navy from an international incident. MFW, we let a spy die to protect our secret squirrel location. Navy life, where morality takes a backseat to national security. Still haunted by the ghost of that heart attack, wondering if we did the right thing or just played 4D chess with human lives. I was stationed at Vandenberg and got asked on a PA tour by some old boomer where the tunnel to Area 51 was. I said what, like in Deus Ex? And he had no idea what I was talking about. Be me, helping to load up a tractor trailer. Airman on the forklift is a retard, airman spotting him onto the trailer is an even bigger retard. Had to run back into the building to take a phone call. Dumbshit spotter gets knocked in the mouth by a forklift time custodian Klaus style because the dumbshit driver jerked the controls, rips out his right cheek and like 5 or 6 teeth. Got my butthole pushed in by safety because I was supposed to be supervising them but they were both fully qualled and my boss rushed them through training so I beat the case lol. Be me, working as a security guard for a university after I got out. Good school, but is located near the shithole part of town. One of the students is fucking a townie drug dealer. Dealer blows his dick off and lights himself on fire trying to cook meth out of a Gatorade bottle in the dorm parking lot. Girl died a couple months later and threatened to kill herself when I said I'd tell her mom. Tried to hang herself with an extension cord run through an air vent cover but the bitch was so fat the roof immediately fell in once she kicked the chair out. Got a $400 bill and suspension letter from the school while she was on psych hold LMAO. Some Patriot exchange student gets shot down by the girl he was crushing on. Pulls out a Leatherman in his next class and uses the flathead screwdriver bit to start stabbing the palms of his hands. By the time I get there he's got chunks ripped out. Everyone's screaming but of course nobody tried to intervene. The kid is screaming that he wants to die and can't live with the shame that nobody loves him. I get in trouble because the body cam catches me telling the kid if you were trying to kill yourself why didn't you just use the Leatherman knife? You have only 3 months left before the election year nigger riots begin. Why aren't you buying ammo while it's at an all-time low? Be me just got my security guard license 4 years ago. I had just moved back to the city and riots were in full swing. Both me and my roomie worked late shift and no food to stick out the chaos. We made a quick grocery run with his R between the seats. Cops were nowhere to be found and people were running out with shit. I went in with USP-40 tucked in my baggy-ass cargo pants. Grabbed water, rice, beans, spam and tuna. Paid. Ran back to the front and we drove off leaving the card at the front. Just as we were about to pull off some black guy with an entourage of 3 to 4 others were moving toward us. We drive the fuck off. Looking back we probably stuck out pretty bad in my newer SUV at the time with 3 white dudes inside. Be me. Special Marine doing intel stuff. First deployment to Baghdad in '03 I could wear civvies and be diet glowy. Second deployment to Fallujah. More intel stuff but working for division. Changes into civvies for chow like I used to. Every single Marine is eyeballing me in the chow hall wondering who this retard is in civvies and a M9 on his belt. My gunny sees me and has to inform me civvies aren't allowed in a combat zone. Years later end up going back as glowy civvy wearing desert digits.